The woman discovered a QR code on her husband's body. Curious, she scanned it with her phone, and a video popped up. The content showed her husband's customized flight package. It seemed like some kind of inappropriate service. After a few seconds of playback, it asked for a password to continue. The woman didn't choose to wake her husband and question him. Instead, she secretly bought a plane ticket. She specifically took her husband's flight to investigate. As soon as she boarded, she noticed the cabin was full of beautiful, wealthy women. To avoid being noticed by her husband, she put on a hat and a mask. She successfully avoided his gaze and sat down. Soon, the flight attendants bowed, welcoming everyone aboard the female-exclusive flight. The woman asked the rich lady in front of her what was going on. The rich lady laughed, calling the woman pretentious, and explained that everyone on this flight was here for the thrill. At that moment, a flight attendant knelt and wiped the rich lady's hands with a towel. The rich lady complained to the girl sitting across from her, saying she'd been married for 3 years and still hadn't gotten pregnant. She wondered if she would get pregnant this time. The girl comforted the rich lady, encouraging her to stay confident, and assured her she would definitely get pregnant this time. While the woman was still puzzled, her husband, the chief flight attendant, walked over. He knelt in front of the woman, smiled, and helped her change into slippers. He then asked her what drink she wanted. She heard about a drink called Happy Water. The woman became curious. Coincidentally, she saw the rich lady in front of her drinking it, and the rich lady seemed to be enjoying it. The woman decided to try a glass of Happy Water too. Her husband immediately became excited, promising that this flight experience would definitely satisfy her. Then he stood up, looked around, and said a few ladies were still in line, so she should wait a moment. The woman was about to stand up to see what was going on, but suddenly the plane hit turbulence, and she lost her balance, falling into another flight attendant's arms. While they were talking, her husband came over with a drink in hand. He sternly told the flight attendant not to make the guest unhappy. The flight attendant hurriedly apologized, took the drink from the man, and knelt down to pour a cup for the woman. Curious, the woman took a sip and discovered it was just regular cola, though with a slightly strange taste. Unable to resist, she asked the flight attendant why the cola was called Happy Water. The flight attendant looked around to make sure no one was listening, then leaned close to her ear to reveal the truth. At the critical moment, her husband appeared, announcing the flight's itinerary, and that in-flight services would begin shortly. Afterward, the two girls followed the flight attendants into the restroom, drawing the curtains. This made the woman even more confused. She didn't understand why female passengers and flight attendants went to the restroom together. Next, the rich lady stretched out her leg to block the woman's husband, saying she wanted to go to the restroom as well. The man smiled and told the rich lady to use the restroom at the back. At this point, the wife, still confused, waited for her return. She noticed the girls had been in the restroom for a long time. Nearly an hour passed before they came out. When they emerged, the girls were smiling and seemed content. They sat down and chatted excitedly about what had just happened. Then, the two flight attendants who had accompanied the girls into the restroom came out. They were holding their backs, looking very uncomfortable. The two girls kept secretly laughing at the flight attendants. Another flight attendant asked the woman if she wanted to go to the restroom. Determined to find out the truth, the woman nodded in agreement. Once inside the restroom, she realized it was just a regular restroom with nothing special. She couldn't understand